Hello to those who came to my reading. So, this is going to be on the future of your finances and your little monies that you're going to earn. So, here's part one, two, three, four, and five. Hello to those who've chosen part one. Okay, so right now I'm starting off with your monies. What's the future in regards to how your money will be? Over here is the future of your career, and over here is spirit's advice for you. Okay, so as soon as I was gonna start, I felt real thirsty, like out of nowhere. So um I got water, but ironically there's Pisces, which is a water sign there. So the future of your finances. The one card that flew out for you was the breakthrough card, which is ironically the tower card in this deck, and you got all majors. Okay, well, at least this is the future, so you can prepare for this. The future of your finances, you are going to experience a major setback that will cause a major loss. Definitely, if you're into investing, or let's say you've launched a business, something where your money is accrued in a way where you don't have an employer, like you rely on yourself. Like this is like a devastating L for your finances. With the breakthrough card, I got that those were the pieces that were in the completion card. However, in the completion card, it burst too, like it exploded. I think it's best for me to tell you this now because, in a way, this is like a lesson for you to learn. But with the Pisces card, especially, and the aloneness, I'm getting more of a spiritual lesson, but with the completion of the breakthrough, I'm getting your genuine feelings whenever this happens, and you're pissed off, you're mad at the world, you probably have to do dire things or go to just strings to pull strings to just get by for a while. And I'm getting you getting real pissed off about this, but you have to realize that spirit wants you to learn this lesson because however you've been making money isn't a part or isn't aligned with your true life path. Second of all, spirit's trying to teach you how to have supplemental income because I think that you've been relying on the source of income for too long, or you have been if you do have some supplemental income, you've been neglecting it. You haven't tried making it grow. An example of this is, let's say you have a 9 to 5 job, but you have little soda machines that you usually get 200 or $300 a month from. You sometimes fill them up, but you only got one, despite you making a profit, and you didn't bother buying more of those soda machines, or you didn't try investing more. Because with the Pisces and the aloneness card, also, if you are involved in something where your money is in a way quote unquote unreliable, so investing your money into like the stock market, being your own business, be like an entrepreneur, you have been going at it to where it's not aligned with spirit's values or the values that you uphold with yourself, because this is where, with the Pisces and the aloneness, spirit loves you, okay? Or whatever you believe in, God, whoever, they love you so much. They admire the person that you are, and they have been sad the past few months, or the past few months, or the past year, that They've seen you go down this path with your finances where it's making you've done greedy things. And I don't even think you've even noticed that you're becoming a bad person or you're compromising your former values. You're not the person who you once were a year or two ago. Spirit sees you were a better person back then than how you are now. So because of this, with the Pisces card I'm getting, it's like, okay, well, it seems dramatic, but this is giving me the energy of the rapture. Christians believe, or some type of Christians, they believe that the rapture will happen, which is whenever God brings judgment, all souls that are of God or whatever will go to heaven. All souls who still need to atone for their sins are going to stay in purgatory, but the earth's going to turn into hell. And my point is like, it's like spirit enacting the rapture on you, their judgment on you, and it being devastating, but you're not going to heaven, you're staying in purgatory, which therefore it's hell on earth. Like this feels like hell. I'm not joking. You're screwed. I don't know if you're already going through this, I feel bad because genuinely I would also be mad. And I think it's going to take you a long time to not only forgive spirit for what they've done, because this is a lesson on their part, also to realize the lesson in this. Believe it or not, you've been ego tripping. Whatever you've been doing has caused you to indulge in negative things or indulge in with negative people, negative thoughts, and they're doing this for your greater good. But you're not going to agree with peace. You're not going to agree with spirit, definitely. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, now I will do the future of your career, though. That was just for your finances. Okay. I'm going off with what I said prior to this, which is what Spirit told you that the career you're in or whatever job you're doing, it isn't aligned to your life path, or you're meant to help people in a different way than how you're doing now. And I was specifically getting that if you're in the spiritual arts and if you're gaining profit from it, I apologize for coming off as rude, but they want me to be very, very rude to you. I think Spirit is very, no, I don't think so. They're very disappointed what you've turned your business to. Spiritually, the quality that you produce, let's say if you do tarot readings, if you do spells and people pay you, like whatever you do spiritually, it is quality. Like you're not doing anything bad there. It's just you're making a mockery of them. They feel mocked, specifically if you follow a religion and if you incorporate that into your practice, it's a mockery to your religion or to whoever your god is or your god goddess is, whoever you believe in, because your intention is opposing that religion or like is opposing the higher whoever you believe in. And it's really disappointing to see you going down this path. Like how I said before, you've compromised your values. I'll just give like one example or maybe even two of this. Let's say before you would charge $50 for, well, I'm in America, that's why I'm using dollars. $50 for a 30-minute reading. Okay. But now you charge 150 for a 30-minute reading. And it's like, yes, know your worth, but that's just charging too much. Like, you're just trying to be greedy. Or something else I'm also getting is that you providing services. I'm talking about the spirituality, but if you have a business or something, like use this as an example. So let's say if someone goes to your shop, to your store, and they're like, I really, really want this particular item, whatever, it's really going to help me. I only have like this amount of money for this amount of tomatoes, but this is the only thing that my family needs to like survive for this whole week, or I don't know, just whatever excuse that they give, they're just like $1 short. They're could even be five, or they're just a few changes, short, and you don't bend. specifically with that, spirit doesn't like whoever you believe in. That disgusts them, that kind of behavior, because I think you believe in a religion or philosophy where one must be charitable to other people. So it's an example of those type of values that you've been compromising, like without hesitation, and you don't even realize it. Because with the Hierophant, you're good at whatever you do. You really are. Great strides in your career, your business is leveling up, whatever you do. But clearly, with the Hierophant, someone like you needs to be taught the, like school of hard knocks way, because you're not going to accept someone coming up to you and giving you critiques of what I'm telling you right now, because you're so set in your ways. And just know that if once this devastation happens with your career and you're going to have to rethink, the way you've been doing things, just replan. If you kept on going down the road that you were going down, because with the king, you're coming up as the king of clubs, so you're coming up as someone who really is successful, or you're bound to have a life of luxury. You're gonna make great money wherever you're going, or your karma is beautiful. Chef's kiss. So, however you want to resonate with that, but with the Virgo and the King of Cups, if you kept on going down the way that you were going down, and if this devastation didn't happen, your spirit guides, you would have stopped getting in contact with them and they would have been avoiding you. The slowly disconnected you would be with your spirituality. So especially if you have a spiritual business, that would not help. But with the animals, I'm getting first, it will start off with the spirit guides. In this scenario, I guess with the King of Cups and the Virgo, it's like I'm getting tumultuous vibes. Like it's just not working out here. You feel sticky. It feels like a sticky situation. I just don't want to. It's a King of Cups, but it feels like mud. That's the way Spirit is viewing you. It's so funny. You see how there's Pisces over here? There keeps on being a theme of water, and I'm not surprised if you're an Earth sign, because literally Taurus, Virgo, Earth, and maybe with the King of Cups, you're in a creative field. Anyway, so with the silence and the Earth card right next to it, so you know how Virgo over here, I just felt sticky. I just felt like it just didn't feel good with you. Your vibe with the spirits around you just would have continued being blocked off. Further, further, further blocked off to the point where you didn't even realize, but you're literally drowning in quicksand in whatever values you're indulging in and stuff, and you're completely cut off with spirit once you're drowning in the quicksand. They're not going to help you back up. It's quicksand, man. They didn't even want to touch the quicksand whenever you were standing on it. Anyways, with these two, it's like a purification. Okay, so you know how this is upright, and that dealt with you having to rethink the way that you're planning out your career. I'm not saying you have to totally like rethink your career. It's just the way that your intentions and your mindset and your values are not aligning with the way that you're performing your career right now. So with the earth and the silence, you're being humbled here, okay? Like sit down, meditate by yourself and get clarity by yourself. With the silence card and the earth, it's like pulling yourself. You know how I said about the analogy with the quicksand, you pulling yourself back up? No one's going to help you with this. Spirit's not going to help you with it. Maybe your ancestors. No, not your ancestors, because you offended your religion. I forgot. So with the earth and the silence, you have to not only atone to spirit and make up for whatever religion you've been offending, or whatever you've been doing wrong in the spiritual realm. You have to not only make it up to them, but in the reality, you have to change it the way you're doing. You have to maybe start setting more boundaries with yourself, as in having more restrictions on what you eat, having more restrictions on who you hang around with, having a weekly checkup on yourself. Am I living in my truth? Am I doing what I love? Why don't I love what my job right now? It's making you become a higher vibing person, because you have to set a plan to where it's gonna, I, God, y'all, I'm tripping over my words. I feel like I'm not really like eloquently explaining what's going on here. Anyway, so this is spirit's advice for you. This isn't advice, it's more of reassurance to you. Because you know how I said, once you totally replan or rethink the way you've been doing things, once the devastation happens, that you're literally on your own. I'm not even surprised if any spirit, you're cut off from them, really, and you really are on your own. So you're questioning, like, am I even worthy of whatever religion you have? If it's Christianity, like, am I worthy of God's love? Am I worthy of Buddha's love? Am I worthy of my ancestors' love? With the nine of sorrow and the air in reverse, spirit knows, okay, and you know that you are strong as fuck. You are resilient. This thing happening to you, it really sucks. Like, I saw, it sucks. I feel bad, especially because it's finances and career. Like, this is gonna affect your reality, but you've been through worse, man. You've been through tougher lessons also. You know that. I know that. It's just the matter with the sorrow in the air in reverse. It's like your obstacle really is getting out of your own head and pulling yourself back up, which you know you can do. But people who are so powerful that, like, kind of being complacent or like lazy there in the powerfulness. I think, okay, an example of this, I'm not saying I'm like powerful or anything, but right now I'm reading tarot for you. I'm a tarot reader. Do you realize how many times I have issues in my life or problems in my life that can be, spirit can help guide me through tarot? I have to just instantly meditate on it. I literally just meditate just so I can connect with spirit, and I use tarot to help other people, but I don't bother asking help for myself. It's like that. Like, I have this type of wisdom and this type of connection to spirit, but I never use it for myself, which, honestly, spirit's gone mad at me lately. So that, the reason why I'm mentioning that is, like, I have this power, but I don't use it. In connection with you, you got your stuff together. You know your stuff in whatever field you're in. It's just a matter of picking yourself back up. You allowing yourself to soak in it for like a week and a half or like a week, just not doing anything, kind of being down and angry and stuff. When, let's be real, you can get over it in like 2 hours. You can cycle through all this in 2 hours, but you're deciding to ruminate on it for longer. And with the implosion and the Leo, I was getting like a trampoline effect. And it was just further emphasizing your resilience. Like, nothing can break you, sorry. You are the type of person where you make it, you surround yourselves with circumstances where you only have mainly highs in your life. You know how there's highs and lows in life? This is your low in life, but with it being with a trampoline, you know how whenever you jump on a trampoline, you stay in the air for a long time and you jump down, and it's, your lows don't last that long. So this low, you already know it's not going to last that long. You're going to have a longer duration of a high. We both know you're going to get through this. With the sorrow and the Leo next to it, it's like your ego is really hurt. You know how I said that you were like a stubborn person? Like Terry Crews, you know him? It's the huge like black guy who's like real buff. And I remember seeing him, like, he was just crying in a movie. He looked like, he looked like a little softy. And it's like that. Imagine Terry Crews breaking down. Kind of feels like that with you? But it's because of your ego. Like, but with the Leo, it's like you being vulnerable with it. So that's all I have for you. Good luck. Thank God you're getting this now than when it hit you. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose in part 2. Ironically, I'm chewing green gum too. So right now, what you're looking at is the future of your career. Over here is the future of your finances, and this is spirit advice for you. Honestly, I think this is pretty straightforward. So the future of your career, it looks amazing. You got it by the cajones. With the Five of Wands, I was getting someone who is or what's it called? Not supervising, someone who's managing over multiple people. So you might have employees and you're doing an amazing job in keeping them in line. I feel like you have a specialty with hiring people, or you have an eye for what someone's weaknesses and strengths are, even if they don't realize it or not, or even if other people don't see their potential. Yeah, you're an amazing boss. And it's funny because if you're not in a leadership position, I feel like everyone goes to you for advice, or everyone runs things by you. I'm not even surprised if your boss or your manager ends up asking you for advice. If you are not in a position of leadership, first off, you would be able to easily overthrow whoever is overseeing you, whoever's your boss, whoever's your manager. I don't know, whoever's the one just a step above you. You'll be able to get positions like that. And you're the type of person where you're a social climber and you know how to work the crowd, you know how to work people. So not just the crowd, it's like you know how to handle yourself in meetings, you know how to be enjoyable, you know how to make everyone feel safe, feel heard. And honestly, you if you're not in a leadership position, what are you doing? Like you need to level up, see your worth, stop settling. Well, with the 501s, you're gonna see accolades once you're in leadership role. Once you're in a leadership role, you're gonna keep on rising and rising and rising until you're at the top, like CEO, or founding a new business like CEO, or it's just you're the type of person where you attract wealth, opportunity, and prosperity to you. You're a very healthy person, you have a healthy mindset, and it just overall reflects in your environment. In general, outside of career, you surround yourself with pleasures in life and you don't like a tumultuous environment. You like it even kill and everyone getting along. Okay, if anything, this is like the one thing in the future that would be helpful for you to see. So with the awareness in reverse, okay, either if you're in a leadership role or not. So if you're not in a leadership role, it's telling you to go straight to the boss, like whoever the lead is, advocate for yourself. And you know what? No, because with awareness, it's telling you to kind of expose one of your superiors. So let's say there's a meeting and you're at the meeting and it just so happens that it's like one of the heads of the corporations. So you're just like, hey sir, can I pull you aside for a second? You know how to work your words. You're real eloquent. Anyway, so with awareness, finesse your way into basically implying that they should contact you if you want someone to fill in your superior's position, because your superior is kind of slacking off. I can do better numbers, blah blah. But like you're not gonna say that, but you're gonna apply that in a socially savvy way. And with the awareness, honestly, you're gonna get it. At the most, try it 3 times, like to advocate for yourself to get a higher position. Anyways, if you are in a leadership position, there's someone that is working for you that is not to be trusted, or is doing things behind your back. If you were to see, you're going to easily see this. Like maybe you just have to like review footage, look at the numbers. It's just something where it's pretty blatant obvious that it points to this person. It's not going to be too hard to find out who this person is. But with the awareness in reverse, it's saying that one time is all it needs. Get mad at them once, don't fire them, because this is gonna scare them. They're gonna be scared. Don't even be surprised if afterward this person starts sucking up to you, or this person starts giving you intel on other people doing bad things. Whenever it comes to those type of personalities, what that only lasts for like at the max 6 months. So hey, maybe they could change, but I'm just saying, for a while there, you can rely on them not to do it again. But I don't know, whoever this is. So here is the future of your finances. You want to know what song I got as soon as I looked at 7 Pentacles? It's like, are you ready for this? Y'all, Seven Pentacles, I was going wild here. I'm just, Lord, you are, job well done. Finances, amazing. Amazing. Great job. You've already planted seeds. You're the type of person to plan ahead. With the Saturn, I've already seen this pop up 2 times. The Saturn also showed up in the Five of Wands. And with this, and these were the first cards I looked at, you are in line with your life purpose. Therefore, you're doing a job that's fulfilling your soul. Just in general, it's making you happy. Spirit loves and is satisfied with the work that you do, the effort that you put in. You don't stress yourself out too much. You have a balanced life emotionally, physically. Well, I would just say definitely emotionally. You're doing great. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm getting that. I feel like you're the life of the party, man. So, whoa, sorry, I was joke. Whoa. Basically, whenever you go in the room, everyone lights up. All your coworkers love you. Even if you're a boss, just energy just instantly feels leveled. It's always a great time with you. Even if it's really hectic, even if it's really busy, you just know how to talk and finesse your way into giving your, guess, let's say whoever's working for you perks. Definitely it's the motivation and the interpersonal contact that you have with the people that you work with. Oh my gosh, like you just know how to make people feel safe and just appeal to their emotions. And it's not even in a manipulative way because since this is a part of your life path with the Saturn, this is just who you are on the inside. It's just beautiful. With the Death card, the first message I'm getting, either don't get anyone pregnant or don't get pregnant anytime soon. If you do that anytime soon, it's going to hinder your life purpose. I think right now you still have things to fulfill. A kid is not gonna benefit you. Okay? There are certain cycles that need to play out before it will be financially okay for you to, have a child. For all I know, with the lessons that need to be played out, maybe whoever you're with, you're actually not meant to be with them and you're meant to be with someone else. It's probably best to wait than have a baby mama or a baby daddy. With the Death card, it feels positive though, like this message of me telling you about like not having a kid. I'm just telling you this, but you kind of already know that you're not supposed to do this. And another thing with the Death card is that keep in mind that you're older and with age, naturally your body just stops producing certain, it's harder for you to recover from a sickness, harder for you to recover from like a bone fracture. Take your vitamins. I think you need to start doing that. You need to start taking care of your health. With the Death card, I don't think it's so much that you need to worry about you working out. I think that you're doing okay with your physical activity. Try to eat the right things once in a while, okay? Try to get in all your, what's it, like grains, vegetables, or is it greens, sugars? I don't know. You're supposed to get in. Even I don't know. But take care of your body now because you're going to thank yourself later. With the creativity in reverse, that's the Empress card actually. Someone is going to come and give you an opportunity. But this is more of like an investment and you need to take it. Honestly, with it being in reverse, don't even question it, man. Just blindly go in because I feel like the faster you go in, the better. Or the faster you invest in it, the better. You're someone who works with higher ups or you attract very wealthy opportunities. And with a creativity card, this is like big. Obviously, like once they give you the contract, like have a lawyer read it over. You can read it over if you want to make amends with it. But I mean, don't question it as in like, don't ask them too much questions because with the creativity in reverse, I think you're not meant to ask them. It's best not to ask them because I think once you start asking questions about the future, let's say the future of their products, how they see their company in like 5 years, what are their goals, their goals aren't stable. So if you were to ask them that, they would be like, you know what, yeah, so we'll get back to you about that in like a day or two. But they're gonna come up with a plan, and by the time you join in, honestly, the plan isn't gonna be that great. But if you are already investing, if you already joined in, and as soon as you join, you already ask like, well, what are y'all's goals? Like, what is this? What is this? And if they're like, well, honestly, like, well, we think this and this, but do you have a better idea of how to? And honestly, you're gonna have a way, like, you're gonna see all the flaws in it, and you're gonna have other ideas that are gonna bolster whatever this project or whatever you're investing in, and then they're gonna go with what you're saying. I know I feel like this sounded complicated, but I just see nothing but happiness for you in the future with all of these three aligned. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy to be reading for someone like you. The last thing I would say that you need to watch out for, because the death was the advice, but now it's coming over here to like an actual warning. You need to be careful about asking too much from spirit and not compensating for what they're doing for you. I don't know. I guess I don't think this is for everyone. I think this is only for the people that always meditate and always speak with the spirits around them, whoever they want to contact. Because I feel like you've been making deals and you haven't been holding up your end of the bargain, or you haven't given the proper thanks, or, whenever you give offerings, it's just something there with the earth in reverse. In the reality, you're doing amazing. In the spiritual, you're starting to become more unstable, like your connection with spirits around you. And I was specifically getting ancestors. I'm warning you about this, but if you're like, well, what do you mean? Like, I don't ever ask of too much. I always give an equal give and take. I think what this means is that you're neglecting your family lineage. The more you're not attending, let's say, like your father's birthday, the family reunions, your cousins, there's something where the ancestors are not happy with you the longer you go on. And I think by the time with this creativity, by the time you come over here and you start the project, like how I told you with the impulsivity, with you should be impulsive, you're gonna be so happy because your life is just full of bounty and forever like accruing wealth. But by the time it hits this, I think that's when this is gonna hit, where you're either asking too much from spirit and you're not giving enough, or you're neglecting your family. If you don't know your family, let's say like you were a foster kid, I think this is urging you to reach out and try to find out who they are, or at least who's related to you. So yeah, try to balance your family life. Like family life as in like the people that are related to you, the people who were there for you when you were 10 years old, who you were having fun with constantly throughout middle school and you guys were related. So it's either one of those two. And this is going to be Spirit's advice. Isn't that so funny that you got Saturn again? You know how I swear, I don't look at the cards, y'all. Maybe that's like significant in your chart. The Six of Cups, as soon as I saw the Scorpio symbol, I connected it back with the Death card. And with the interpretation I got with the Death card, it was talking about family and children. So with the Six of Cups, I know I told you that right now isn't the time to have kids or basically just to start a family, with humans. You can start a family with pets if you want, but with humans, like, it's just not the time. And with the Six of Cups, like, giving you reassurance, it is set in the stars. What's it called? Written in the Akashic records that you're gonna have a happy family life. Okay, you're gonna have those kids. You're gonna be a good father, a good mother, or who knows, maybe you're genderless, but you're going to be a good parent and you're going to fulfill that family urge that you have in you. And you're going to be satisfied with the way that your life turns out with that person. So just know that type of emotional fulfillment whenever it comes to family matters, starting your own family. It will happen, okay? It's just not meant to happen right now. The last thing I'm getting with the Six of Cups is that I think it's going to be a very funny environment. You're going to have funny children. Not even surprised if you're funny because everyone likes you. I feel like you're very socially savvy. You know how to make the air in the room more comfortable. Even the little tidbit I told you with the earth in the reverse and, about either your ancestors, you're not giving enough to the spirits around you, or just basically in the spiritual realm, like you're getting a little bit in trouble, with the king of control in the reverse and the crystal. Your foundation in the reality and the spiritual is unshakable, as in, like, your defenses unimpenetrable. Does that make sense? No one can break down your defenses. You are strong. You are living in your divine truth. You are giving back to the universe. You are doing what's expected of you, what was expected for your life path. Therefore, the universe, this other spirits around you are going to forever protect you. They're going to be loyal to you. And you yourself are already powerful. You already know your worth. You know who you are. You know what you're meant to do in this life. And basically, with that in mind, segueing to the Ace of Wands and the Saturn, like how it kept on repeating the Saturn about your life path, like you're already following it, you have nothing but success and just bounty in all aspects of life heading your way. You already are living in it. So just know that, okay? I think this was kind of like hyping you up and reassuring you, because there really spirit's advice to you. There really was no advice because you're doing amazing. Great job. So I feel like I'm reading for someone who's like in their 30s, or like who's older, like older than 30s, honestly. And I'm not surprised if someone who clicked on this, if you're young and if you still don't know what you're doing, you don't even realize it until probably in the next few years, whenever you look back to where you're at right now, the moves that you're making, you're like, I didn't even realize it, but that led me to my life path, or the job I'm meant to do. And you're on the path to find out what you're meant to do, who you even are, and you're just an unstoppable force, okay? And honestly, nothing is really gonna stray you from this path because you have a healthy mentality. You're doing great. Even if you were to stray away from this path, the spirits around you, not that they're possessive, they're very hands on. Like they'll help get you out of like a mental funk. If something bad happened to like a relative, you can make miracles happen, man. Your prayer could really help whatever they're going through. That's all I'm gonna say. You're a very powerful person, and I think you already know that. So, well, please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who have chosen this pile. So today you're going to find out the future of your career and finances. Obviously, you saw the title. The cards that you see laid out right now are going to tell you the future of your finances. Over here, these two are going to tell you the future of your career. And underneath this past lives card is Spirit's advice to you in regards to your career and finances. Just preface by saying this past lives card, before I put it down, I said this card is going to be what this girl is like thinking, or what this girl should be thinking about, but she's actually just thinking about this card, or maybe in tune with that card. Okay, so who's ever clicking on this reading? So with finances, you're on the precipice of enacting on an idea you have. This makes you excited. It just feels so potent. The more you think about it, the more invigorated you feel to enact on it. And this is a particular idea that will make you income. It's the Nine of Water. This is something you already do this. Let's say you already make art, but you just haven't bothered to make a website and sell it. You already buy clothes and you mix and match them, you sew them up, and you're really good like designer, but you haven't tried truly embarking on it to make profit from it. Or maybe you have like a business idea and you have been doing research on it, and like you've been, but this is something where you've been ruminating for quite a bit. I would say even at least 6 months, 3 months, at least 3 months. And over here, you know how I said that the silence card is what she's thinking about or what she's aligned to? With the silence card is that you're not taking action on it. All this potential you have to bring out to the universe, to bring out to this reality, you're not doing it. You don't even realize the impact you will have on other people in a positive way. I just feel like I'm using words and they're so mundane. They don't truly express how potent your energy is on the inside. I feel like you are such a beautiful person. Oh my god, your soul is so beautiful. And in a way, whatever business you have, whatever art you're creating, whatever this idea is that you have in your head, there is a piece of you in that. And imagine even someone getting an ounce of your energy, even if it's just temporary, like it's so invigorating. Like someone can feed off of it for days. And you have it all in you. And you know you're such a special person. You know how beautiful your soul is with this Highlands card next to you. You're so content with yourself and the way your life is that you don't feel the need to change it up. And the first thing I got whenever I said that was fixed sign. So you might be a fixed sign, or you might have a lot of that in your chart. Spirit's telling you, it's like, we love you. You love us. You're such a great person. You deserve to have a level up in your life, and you know you have the potential to level your finances up. Why not do it? Look, as soon as you heard whatever I said in the beginning, it instantly would have clicked to you. Oh, yeah, that's a business idea I've been having, or that's the art I've been wanting to sell. I keep on using those two specific ideas, but it could be like a tarot business, could be starting a TikTok. I don't know, just whatever it is. With the two possibilities, what truly is hindering you is criticisms. You not wanting to deal with people. I don't know how to say this. You're a beautiful person, you're vibrant, but you love being by yourself. So with the two possibilities, whatever this is, it's gonna force you to kind of like be out there. You're afraid of other people's judgments about you. You're like the eagle. And it's like, I don't have to deal with this. I can just go away on my own. And even though I'm saying this, I feel like you won't admit it said fixed sign with you. So I don't think you truly realize why you're running away from fully embarking on this financial upgrade. I'm just telling you the reality of it. It's because of that. And over here with the past lives, this is what you're supposed to be thinking about. Okay, that's so funny because you know how we talked about how like you didn't want to interact with people, you don't want to just like deal with people really, or people's issues with you, or with whatever you're doing. You just want to be on your own. You just want to be content. You know that those judgments are going to impact the way you do things, and you just want to do things on your own. And with the past lives, you're supposed to be thinking this. And look at all those people. In this life, you're meant to serve people, you're meant to guide people, whatever. Let's say if you're creating things, you're meant to leave an impact on other people. So it's a matter of you accepting this or not, because you're so content with being by yourself. I'm not surprised if you've already gotten it in your head that you're meant to live a life where you can stay away from others. It's just like a work at home job, think where you're just by yourself, man. And with the past lives, it's like, nope, you're meant to go out there. You're meant to be with people. You are supposed to make an impact on other people's lives. The way the divine sees it is like you're resisting this positive change. Either way, it's ironic because you're still living. I've been getting a lot of like the life path, and you're still going on your life path. you are at a point where it's okay for you to still continue like not doing what you're meant to do, but eventually it's gonna come to a point where it's like, okay, come on now, pile three, you're meant to interact with people, let's go. Like they're gonna start causing tower moments to force you to help out other people or until you come to this realization. But you're already so in tune with spirit that I feel like you don't need to get to that point, even though you're a fixed sign, you're just God, you are in tune. The advice for you right now, whenever it comes to well, spirit's advice is over there, but whenever it comes to your finances, is you need to embark on that idea. Whatever it was for you specifically, for all I know, maybe it was to attain a higher education. Man, this Earth card has been coming out a lot. Wow, this is such a beautiful message. Whoever you are, your ancestors love you. Therefore, in this life, I'm not even surprised, even whenever you were younger, you've always been blessed with financial possessions. So, what I mean is, like, you randomly finding like a $20 on the floor, or let's say you've been babysitting. Those babysitters will go out of their way to give you like $100 tips. Because you're such a beautiful, good soul, it expresses out to other people. You're just blessed because of that. People want to give you things. There you go. That's kind of where I was getting at. People want to give you money. People want to give you their stuff. So the future of your career, okay, I don't know what career you have right now. It's like whatever you touch is gold. So it doesn't matter. I This portion just didn't matter because it's basically just reiterating to you that you are blessed. You are going to be financially okay for the rest of your life. And if it doesn't have to do with money, you're going to be blessed with like beautiful objects. Let's say if you're working in like the spiritual community, instead of exchanging your services for money, sometimes you exchange it over possessions or stories. I don't know, just lessons that other people can give you that you can learn from. It's like eclectically you receive things all throughout life. Spiritually, you are gifted things in the friendship realm, in the romantic realm. Like you are just a magnet for attraction, really. And you don't even have to try. You just gotta be yourself. And whatever I was getting specifically, whatever you speak is gold. So your manifestation technique is on point. God, you are abundant. Future of your career, whatever career you're on, you already know if you're not meant to be on it forever. You already know what you're meant to do, or even if you don't even know what you're meant to do, it's whatever you touch is gold. So it's not really giving anything specific. So this is spirit's advice to you. All right, well, you got the Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords from this deck. And honestly, you're getting a lot of cards that are aligning to, I believe it was the last pile. So for some reason, if you were just drawn, only if you're drawn to the last pile, you already watch that pile. Two of Swords and Crystal is basically saying it's written in the stars, it's written in the Akashic records. You are going to create abundance. You embody abundance. And it's a matter of you accepting your fate. And I think the fate involves whatever I said for you to pursue or whatever idea it is that you have in your head to pursue. It could be educational, by the way. It could be anything. And with the Ace of Consciousness, a matter of you accepting it. You are stopping yourself from abundance. It's a matter of you accepting this fate. So I'm telling you this. Right now, the way you're thinking about it, it feels like a natural thing that you should do. Okay? Whatever this business, I don't know, whatever it is that's in your head, the idea. But if you were to really start thinking about how you're impacted by other people's judgments, it's like, I'm not even meant to put myself out there if I can't even accept the criticism. But if you really start questioning that, learning how to like set better boundaries, let's say starting to really work on it, the ultimate lesson you have to overcome, yes, it's the other people, judgments and stuff, but the ultimate lesson that you're going to face before you overcome it and you accept fate, willing to take on the responsibility of whatever this is, because if it does involve business, it's like for the rest of your life basically you're going to have to be devoted to this. You're going to have to be on a strict schedule. You're going to have to invest in it, so I think at the very end, the last hump you have to go over, accepting that you have the capability of taking responsibility for whatever this is, because you do. Spirit did not give you something that you can't handle, and you are living in your divine truth by doing whatever this is. And I think the last advice Spirit would like to give to you is with the nothingness and the King of Cups. Once you accept fate and you start embarking on it, they are just letting you know that you have nothing to worry about. So you don't have to think about how your plans aren't going to work out. So you need to plan your business plan, whatever it is, like if you are going to succeed, like it's guaranteed success, which technically you can't guarantee anything, but you have to know that you are unique. You are blessed. Everything you touch is gold. Anything you speak is gold. Specifically, was that you're bound for success with whatever you're going towards. So you need to start planning your business like if it's going to be successful. You need to have that mindset because you're going to start creating specific things. You're going to start thinking more innovatively. Like, look at Elon Musk, man. He's off the charts, like real intelligent. He creates the most, you would never even think about those kind of things. He's really out of the box. In this example, in a way, you're like Elon Musk. So imagine if he had let other people's judgments, if he had let his own doubts about his financial situations impact his investments into his ideas, into his inventions. Like, he would not be the person he is today. He's super successful with the King of Cups. Think of you on the same vibration as him in whatever field you're going into, okay? So yeah, just basically giving you reassurance. And I think that's why with the Ten of Pentacles and with the Earth, you are literally in your career, you are bound for success. Whatever you touch is gold. So this is just more of reassurance for you. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who've chosen Pile 4. The 3 cards you're seeing right now, this is about the future of your career. This one's going to be on the future of your finances, and this is Spirit's advice to you in regards to both of those aspects. I don't know, it's weird. This particular pile, I literally feel like repelled to even look at your cards, to even do your reading. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm laughing just because I'm nervous. Like, I don't understand. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny that I'm hurting your feelings or whatever. I don't want to do your reading. I know right now this whole time I don't want to do your reading. And I think the reason why is because you're not on my energetic level. Whenever I do these readings, I set the intention that I only want high vibing people on my channel. Before, I would say only want high vibing people or people who are on their way to raising their vibration, working on themselves. But I was just doing readings that they were just so messy, like low vibrational, and I didn't like that. So I just set the intention for only high vibing people, and I feel like you are just not those kinds of people. This particular pile is probably meant for people who need to get their stuff together spiritually, and it's clearly reflecting your reality. And I just would like to apologize if my words are offending you. You're not okay. This is talking about your career. Whatever your career is, it's keeping you stuck in a rut. It's not allowing you to progress further in your life path. You're just at a stalemate. And with the slowing down card, I feel like you've been like this for a while. I don't think you ever truly embark on what your heart desires. I don't even think you know what your heart desires, to be honest, with the Seven of Cups. You just keep on trying new things. Not even surprised if you're the type of person where you constantly quit your job, or you're stuck at the same job and you're always fantasizing about better financial opportunity, career opportunity. This is about your career. and you just don't know what you want to do. You don't know what to expect from life. You're not okay, man. You're really not. You don't know yourself. You need to find yourself. And I think in order for your career to improve, you really need to get yourself out of this rut, which is experiencing the hard lessons you need to endure in this life with the devil right underneath you. If you want to know what you're meant to do in this life, what career you're meant to embark on, you are going to have to experience very, very hard lessons. You've been holding yourself back on finding who you are or what you're meant to do. And that's why you're stuck in this very low vibration. You're surrounded by others who enable, you're indulging in things that enable this. The devil doesn't even expect you to move out of this energy because with the slowing down, like you've been here for a long time. You've been at this energy, you're not changing it up. And it would be a surprise to the devil if you were to actually try to work on yourself, if you were to try to even do some insight, some inner reflection. And because then once you start doing that, the devil's going to make it very, very hard for you to get out of the devil's grasps. You're going to have to go through lessons after lessons after lessons, or it doesn't have to be lessons, it's like painful realizations mainly about who you are, the person you've been, the way you've been treating others, or maybe you've had some childhood trauma, and what the devil will release you once you're done going through this amount of lessons. And once the devil releases you, that's when you're able to fully embark on whatever career you're meant to go down, or once you know yourself really. So over here is the future of your finances. With finances, the way you've been collecting money, it has to deal with sporadic energy. So with the Pisces, the cloud, the ordinariness, I'm not surprised if you tried launching business, if you tried to make extra income on the side by just by helping others. Maybe you're babysitting, maybe you're selling your services, let's say tarot services. I don't know, it's just something where you constantly apply for jobs and you just end up quitting, or you end up getting fired because you just don't have the energy to really conform to them. And I'm just getting this type of sporadic energy towards your finances, and that's the way you've been earning income. You don't have a stable income. The Pisces in the cloud, like this, just really embodies who you are. So this is like the bad side of Pisces. Honestly, all the Pisces I met in my life, literally, they suck ass. They, they're all mean. If you're a Pisces, I'm sorry, but I, I hate the ones I met. So, with this in mind, you're exhibiting those bad traits where you're indulging in your fantasies a lot. You're just being manipulative, or you like to manipulate the narrative where you're the victim. Just anything that doesn't suit your prerogative, you just zone it out, or you just move on to the next friend, you move on to the next family member. I just don't feel you really having ties with people for too long. And if you do, it's because they enable your mindset, they enable your lifestyle. And honestly, it's not great the way that you're living life. And with the Two of Swords, I'm getting the same type of energy with the devil, with your finances. You can keep on going the way that you're going. I feel like the way that you're making income, you're still able to eat, you're still able to have a roof on your head, or who knows, maybe it's because you're couch surfing. But my point is, you're not dying on the streets, okay? But with the Two of Swords, the hard reality with your finances that you're gonna have to learn is with the Eight of Wands and the King of Control, which is the King of Swords. They're telling me to say it like this: grow up, get your shit together, and start conforming to society. So, what this means is you need to get a 9 to 5 job. With the Pisces, the cloud, the ordinariness, whatever business venture you're on or whatever services you sell, it isn't reliable. So if you try to, especially this business is so horrible. If you try to, or go in like the stock market, it's not working out for you. And it's because that's not your life path, man. And you don't even realize that the way you're living, If you're living in alignment with your soul, it's a complete 180, the person that you are right now. And you need to start making those lifestyle changes. So get a 9 to 5, man. Start following the rules, start learning discipline because you don't know how to be diligent. You don't know what it's like. You don't like being obedient to others or just something where you just don't like being controlled for too long. And it's like, get it together. Start learning some values. Like, have some dignity is what they want me to be even more stern with you, honestly, but I feel like you just get the point. And with the 8 of Wands, it's like you have to learn skills from other people who are going to be helping you in this 9 to 5. And I mean, a 9 to 5 it doesn't have to be exactly 9 to 5, but just grow up is what they're telling you. You're gonna have to deal with people who are going to be your boss, and if they have criticisms, you're gonna have to learn how to take values those skills where you're gonna have to learn how to be interpersonal with other people. I just feel like you have a lot of things to learn in this life, man. So if you're young, this is good because you still can change your mindset. But if you're already an adult and like if you're already in your 60s or 50s, ooh, yeah, do you even want to change? Because honestly, with my experience with like older people, they don't change, man. They don't change for anybody. Just to give insight about a little bit about myself, I had a person very close to me, a family member who passed away from cancer, and they were old. I really think that person would have survived cancer if they had changed their lifestyle, if they had tried to take care of themselves, but they would always lie to me, to other people, that they were eating healthy, let's say, that they were working out. I feel like I meant to tell you this story, okay? It's just the person was a believer of Christ and they believed that they were going to have a miracle from God and they were just solely relying on it instead of putting in the work. And it came to a point where I even told this person, what makes you believe that you deserve God's miracle? What's so special about you? What have you done for God? Like, you're not even putting in the work at all. And basically, they just ended up passing away. They ended up dying. And I really think that they would have survived if they had the power to change, who they internally were and their mindset. So down here is the King of Cups, which is the healing card, and down here is the integration card, and this is Venus. I don't think y'all can see it. I feel like with what the messages have been coming through, I feel like they are harsh messages. If I was in a bad mental state and if I got this reading and if I were to be listening to whatever I was saying, I feel like I would break down, I would cry. It sucks to even hear that you're not living in alignment with yourself, that you're not a great person, you don't have great values, spirit kind of looks down on them. But with the Knight of Swords and the Venus card, I feel like you're going to take this message for what it is and you're going to learn from it, because this is okay. This spread is about spirit's advice for you, but I feel like it's giving me insight towards the future, and I think you're going to start trying to steal discipline with you. So you know how I told you with the King of Swords, like they were like, have some dignity, get a 9 to 5. You're gonna actually try to do that. I would just like to preface this. This looks positive if you have never had like a stable source of income, okay? You're actually going to get a 9 to 5. You're actually going to try to make money in a stable way. You're going to try to bend for others because you look kind of uncomfortable in this environment. I don't think you're comfortable in the sword suit specifically. You were kind of coming out as water. Actually, I think air and water are compatible. I don't know. I'm just saying whatever's coming to me, man. But if you have a pattern of, I was bringing up someone who constantly quits their jobs, like they apply for it, they only go for it for like a month or two, and then they quit. You need to especially be very careful falling back into this pattern. Because with the Knight of Swords and the Venus, it could be you constantly having a pattern of you entering in it optimistic, you trying to conform, and then you just end up quitting. So for you, I kind of, no offense, I just don't have any expectations for you, but for the other people who have never had a stable source of income, or who in general like just maybe relied on someone else for income, you are going to actually try to find a job for yourself. And I see you at least trying, you're trying to put yourself out there. And that in itself is a good step. You are on the right track, okay? Because it's coming out in the middle. But with the Knight of Swords, you look so uncomfortable, or you feel like you don't fit in. You don't really even know what you're doing. It's like, do I even have the skill set for this job? Honestly, do I have what it takes? So I see a lot of doubts with you, but with the Venus, you're getting encouragement from spirit, you're getting love from spirit for doing this. And once you start, just know if you keep on going with this job, spirit's going to give you rewards. It doesn't have to be financial. This just feels more like they're going to reward you for trying to change up your environment, for just trying, man. Maybe they're gonna gift you a cat, your other new friends, like have start giving you things, start inviting you to places where you're gonna benefit from. You're trying to make a change to your environment. I don't know, but I'm kind of worried for you though, because with the Neptune and the Chariot card like that, you don't like stability, okay? You don't like having a stable job, and I feel like the longer you continue in this position, you're just gonna want to leave and indulge in those bad thoughts. I'm just letting you know they're self-sabotaging thoughts where you're like, you know what, oh screw this, I'll just launch my own business. I swear. I'd like whatever it is, like you just creating ideas to escape from this job. And honestly, they're excuses. But with the Chariot on the side, if and the Neptune, oh my gosh, this feels so strong where you just want to self-sabotage. Like I'm letting you know this is self-sabotaging because in your eyes, this is 100%, yeah, you know what, no, I need to do this. It feels like a compulsion. It might even feel like to you that this is what spirit wants you to do. Like you're living in your truth by doing this, but no, it's not. It's not meant for you. But God, it's gonna be so hard for you to stay in this job. And you're, believe it or not, you're only gonna reap rewards by staying in this job, guys. Because you need to start learning skills. You need to start just get it together. Grow up is what they're saying, really. And by running away from this job, you're not growing up. And spirit is not okay with this. See you trying to make up excuses, like if they are. It's so funny. I was getting the same vibe from the devil where I mean spiritually it could even be in the reality where they expect you to honestly not make much of your life. They don't expect you to whatever truth you were meant to live in this life or whatever life path you were supposed to meant to learn the lessons. They have very low expectations. They don't even expect you to pass out the lessons. They don't even expect you to really give much in society. Like this is really sad. So that's why it would be a surprise if with the Knight of Swords you're actually trying to change it up. You're actually, unless you have this pattern of quitting the job. But other than that, if you have never had a stable source of income and if you're trying, like, it's like, wow, okay, let's see what you got. I feel like people in the reality and spiritually, they would be like, okay, let's see how far this goes. I feel like they expect you to kind of quit. Like it's no hard feelings if you quit because that's kind of what's expected of you. However, with the Earth in reverse, right underneath is the integration. If you persevere through this job and if you start learning the skills, if you start whatever it is, it's going to be very, very difficult. This is a very difficult lesson for you to learn. And with the integration, if you learn it, you're going to be gifted with a spiritual upgrade. Okay, let me elaborate more on this. Whatever job you're going to have, right? You're not going to like it, but let's say, you know what? I'm not going to indulge in these self-sabotaging thoughts. And self-sabotaging thoughts could be like, I want to stay up till 4 playing video games. I want to stay up till 4 on social media, but I have to wake up at like 7. Well, okay, like I'll just do it. But you overcoming that, just being like, you know what? If I'm gonna wake up at 7, I can get at least 8 hours of sleep. I gotta at least go to bed at like 9 or 10. It'll take me like an hour or two to go. Like you starting to take initiative, you starting to take responsibility, you actually starting to time manage, you're the type of person where you're also prone to overspending. you learning how to take responsibility of your finances. Like, it's just things like this where you're gonna, believe it or not, you're gonna start learning character. And so once you start molding your life or conforming your life, there you go, to conform to a stable job or a stable way of life, stable habits that you're going to start having with the integration, pleasant surprise to everyone around you, even spirit. Like, wow, like you're actually doing this. You're like, wow, what is up? Anyway, so you're gonna keep on going and going, and I'm just saying this because you're gonna start getting like small rewards. There's gonna come a point where you're gonna, with the earth in reverse, though, it's like they don't expect you to be this earth element. So once you start being this earth element, as in like you start being stable in your income, you start being stable in this career, you're actually building up healthy life choices, you're starting to live a healthy lifestyle. Once you're reliable to spirit on this, you are going to receive a massive download. Who knows what this is going to be? Who knows? Like, but this is like wild. Like, this is like, what the f is going on? Like, I'm just done with my shift, and it's been like 2 years or something, like a while since I've been working this job, and suddenly, like, I just received this download right before I'm a drive, and like I just got into contact like with God, or I just saw like now like I have spiritual abilities like this. I can see auras. I can like what is going on? Like, this is out of nowhere, like abundance, like boom, like you've been building up good karma because if you overcome the lessons, because you've been trying to better yourself and you've been trying to get out of the self-sabotaging thing that is really hard to get out of. Oh, and by the way, if you have an addiction, I completely understand then, because it's really hard. But anyways, you'll start overcoming, and you've been building up good karma, but it hasn't really been given back to you, because with the Venus and the Knight of Swords, spirit has been giving you gifts and stuff, but you haven't received, like, your good karma is halted. It's always been halted. It's because you have never really given. You've never really given, and now that you're giving and giving to yourself, you're giving to others, like you're learning how to balance yourself, you're going to receive a massive amount of good karma, which is, in spiritual terms, you're going to receive a massive download. And once you receive this download, mind you, this is going to take a long time to receive, y'all. I'm not even surprised if you forget about this reading. But anyways, once you receive this, you're not only whatever spiritual upgrade, yeah, but your vibration, boom, it raises to the roof. So now this is like within a day. Like, this is all, it feels kind of like miraculous, because as soon as your vibration raises, this is when your mind is going to start opening to possibilities you never even thought of. It's like, wow, like I've always thought I wanted to pursue a career in this, and working this job now and receiving the spiritual download. Actually, I'm actually supposed to be continuing in this job, and I'm meant to build up. Your mindset is going to stop self sabotaging, because since your vibration is going to increase, this these problems no longer are going to be a problem for you, and you're going to start going down a path where it's going to reap rewards for you. You're living in alignment with your truth. And this is when you're going to start living in alignment with your truth, once your vibration suddenly rises. Because that's when you're going to start. The friends I have, honestly, they're not going to help me out, but I know that the friends in my career are going to help me. I don't know. Like, you're just going to start realizing things. You're start making connections, and it's all going to make sense for you. So that's all I had for you. Okay. I'm really happy it ended off like this, because I didn't want to leave you off with like telling you a bunch of negative things and not giving advice for you, but thank God I asked for spirit's advice for you. And it's basically mapping out your future if you choose to overcome this very, very hard self sabotaging. And I know I said self sabotaging like if it's one thing, but I feel like it's many aspects in your life that you need to change. Best of luck to you. And I really hope this reading is going to give you the courage and affirmation to align yourself. So please just comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who have chosen Pal 5. Literally, the Earth card has came out in basically every single reading, which makes sense because, like, guys, this is about money. Right now, we're looking at what the future of your career is, Over here is the future of your finances, and over here is spirit's advice for you for the future of your finances and career. I'm looking at all the cards and I keep on getting, okay, be very careful. Don't don't tweak it there, don't move it there. Like just keep everything where it's at. Don't move. So with like all the cards, they're perfectly placed. Don't bother with anything. Everything's good. So with that in mind, the future of your career, you're not gonna change your career goals. Don't expect anything substantial to happen to your career. And honestly, whatever path is set for you, whatever your goals have been, don't change them. You're doing great, sweetie. Please don't change anything. Okay, like I'm really getting that. Don't change it up. Please, you're doing great. Like please stay like this. I'm not even surprised if in the next few years that's whenever a substantial change might happen. Like for now, like please don't. And what I mean by mess it up is by like overthinking it. Accept that right now everything is working out for you in your career, in the future too, because it's the future of your career. Everything's going great. Don't try to self sabotage. Don't try to speed up you moving up a position or being promoted. Don't even try to even ask for a raise. Like just everything is going great, okay? Whatever opportunities will present to you, they'll present to you. Then that's whenever you take those opportunities. You know, don't try to attract them. Don't try to enact plans to make, like, if that was already a part of your goal to enact a certain plan, then so be it, you know, because you've had that goal for like a while. Then go ahead. But I mean, don't try to create new goals. You're doing great. Spirit thinks that whatever you're doing right now, it's not necessarily what you're meant to do, but you are definitely in alignment with your life path. You're in alignment with gaining the knowledge, gaining the experience. I think that's what you're doing right now. Getting the little pieces that you're meant to learn from, and you'll enact them on your actual career. I don't think you're in a position yet where you're at your dream job, but eventually you're going to get there. You're doing great. Don't overthink the future. I think that's mainly it. Don't jeopardize your future. Don't overthink it. The way you can jeopardize it is by trying to just embark on other things that just you're doing great, city. Okay, good job. Like I'm getting nervous to read them. I was getting nervous to read the rest of it. Like I was getting nervous energy, and honestly, I don't think I'm getting nervous energy from you. Like if it is, then so be it. I think I'm more channeling spirit looking at you and being nervous because there we're scared of you kind of self sabotaging it. I don't mean like whatever you do is like you have self sabotage. We all have self sabotaging things, but it was more of you wanting to embark on another career path, or you wanted to change things up, you wanted to learn about something else, maybe look into being a teacher instead, or I don't know, just some other type of career. I think that's what they were kind of scared of. And it's like, no, you're fine right now. Please don't change it. You're getting a lot of the same cards as the last pile. So if you felt compelled to click on the last pile, then I guess, you know, you should maybe watch it. I'm gonna say this right now, just that's it. If you felt the need to be drawn to the last pile, just know that your energy is a lot more along with your progression in life and you're a lot more mature because that other one was very low vibing. So you're just not at their level, you know, you're higher. With the Six of Cups and like the lily pads on the bottom, I was getting this is the future of your finances, okay? And I understand now why the spirit is nervous about you self-sabotaging. Because with the Six of Cups, you're not satisfied with the income that you're getting. I think you think that you deserve more. If you're offering your services, I think you're very much contemplating on raising up your you're just dissatisfied where you're at currently in your career. I think eventually you're meant to evolve. This is testing your patience with the Scorpio there. Learn how to tame your patience, tame your passions, whatever you're thinking of that you deserve better in your job or in your field, or you deserve your dream job already, let's say. Spirit definitely agrees with you, but it's just you need to go through certain lessons or you need to go at it at a slow pace. You need to just control your passions, okay? I feel like you just want to go all in. You just want to reap the rewards already, and you just need to calm down. Eventually, they'll come out. Like over here with the Six of Pentacles, this is the way you're supposed to be going about it. I've noticed a lot of pentacles coming out in this reading, and it makes sense because this is about career and finances, and this is the future of your finances. So please control your passions. Please don't self-sabotage because you're getting spirit very nervous. I feel like you're also getting spirit nervous because, okay, you know how like earth signs are known to be like stable, they go about money, in like a stable way. I feel like you just have things in your chart where you're prone to taking action on your desires, okay? Where you're impulsive. And I think they're worried about this impulsive side of you, but they still trust you. No matter what, you're always in good hands. I'm thinking of this scenario of there was this TikToker, there was the Hype House, and I think he was once in the Hype, I don't know if he still is. He was pursuing a career to be a doctor, I think, or something in the medical field. And he was like, yeah, like I was obviously top of my class, like I'm really smart. And he was saying how he decided to put that on hold to pursue this career in the Hype House. And this kind of feels like you want to be like him, where you don't want to stay, you just want to embark on something new, you want to try something new. And for all I know, maybe that is what he was meant to do, but for you, that's not what you're meant to do, okay? Please don't do that. Don't join the TikTok house, please, because you're whatever path you're on, just stay on it, okay? You are going to reap the rewards in the long term. In the future, you're going to be thankful that you didn't stray from the path or the goals that you have set for yourself, okay? So with these three over here, you need to reevaluate your connection with spirit. I'm not saying that it's wrong. So I'm going to go about it two different ways. So the first way is I see people like on social media, let's say, they're in the spiritual community, and I see the way that they read their cards, or I see the way that they say their psychic messages, and I'm like, I can already tell within the first 3 seconds of looking at you. You don't even really have to talk. You're not tapped in. And what I mean by tapped in is like tapped in with God, tapped in with source. You can just tell whenever someone is. In this first scenario, you're not tapped in, and I'm not trying to undermine your spirituality, okay? Like those other tarot readers who aren't tapped in, like it's all good. Like go ahead, like read the cards how you want to, but usually it's there's just a lack of intuitive reading in their readings, or whenever it comes to their psychic messages, you can tell that they even look unsure themselves. Spirit is encouraging you to get to know them more, be comfortable with them. I feel like you have a very awkward connection with them. You aren't jiving. Y'all two really aren't jiving, but it isn't because they don't like you or you don't like them. You both are trying. It's just not clicking yet. Yeah, it's encouraging you to meditate more or participate in practices that connect you more with spirit, or this could even be like this is all around like your ancestors, your spirit guides, like all around you need to work on mainly connecting with them. You can't tell whenever they're around you. So an example I would like to give just random. Let's say I'm walking outside and I know 100% that every single time I see a ladybug, whenever it lands on me, that's representing my grandma. Let's say I'm walking and a crow randomly flies next to me and starts walking with me. I know that that's my spirit guide. You would only know that if you were truly in tune with spirit or very much connected with spirit. Just they're encouraging you to get to know them more. And this is funny because it's showing up in your finances, in the future of your finances. You don't really have anything to improve on your financial situation. Honestly, it's just telling you just to wait it out. Even in your career, it's like, just wait it out, don't change it up. So I think they're kind of giving you like a task to do, because I mean, obviously, it's always better to like get along with spirit, no, even if you are tapped in, but improve the awkwardness. It needs to come to a point where whenever they come into your energy field, you can feel them like this and you're comfortable with them. Like they feel at home. You're always at home with them. They always feel at home with you. It's just a good vibe, it's a good time, and they would love this reciprocal bond with you. Now, if it's the second scenario, okay? The second scenario is if you're tapped in. And trust me, Leo, if you are like, well, am I tapped in? Am I not? If the fact you're even questioning that, you're just not tapped in, and it's all good. Eventually, you'll get there because I feel like whoever is clicking on this reading, you're at least on your way of building yourself in general, in the reality and then the spiritual. It's all good. So I'm not judging you or anything. That's my point. It feels like dusty. You haven't visited the spiritual realm for a while. I'm pretty sure at this point, if you're tapped in, that you have your own home in the astral realm, or I don't even know what realm it is. It's just, you get me, like you just make your own home. You have not visited that in like months, okay, or at the least weeks. But I'm not surprised. Like you're probably busy, you're doing things, and you need to do a full reevaluation on your spirit guides. Like check up on your spirit guides, check up on your deities, check up on your home, check up on your energy field. Just do the spiritual checklist, okay? Because I feel like things have changed that you're very unaware of. With the comparison card I'm getting, whenever you're tapped in, like this whenever you're psychically getting attacked, or like like this whenever a spirit wants to contact you and they need to tell you something, so you need to real quick just tap into meditation, or if you're at work, go to the bathroom real quick, tap into meditation, then they'll tell you. But with the comparison card I'm getting, that there's been slight changes that have been made that will surprise you, that you haven't been warned, or you haven't been, like, how whenever you're energetically get tapped in, like, oh, this happened, this is happening, no one's been alerting you that this happened, and you'll be surprised. So an example of this is, let's say you used to have 4 spirit guides, now you just have 2. So you're like, oh, where did the other 2 go? It's like that. It's nothing horrible. Or let's say if you have your own astral home or whatever in the astral realm, you visit it, all your paintings are on the floor, and it's like, what? Or maybe all the things, for me personally, have like a spot wherever I collect things. 2 objects are gone. It's like, what? Like, where did these go? And I just feel like you just need to check in on, do the spiritual checklist, okay? Check in on your spirit guides, check in on your ancestors, check in on maybe even like some little petty thing going on in between your ancestors, and you can help resolve it. But it's like, it would have been nice if someone would have, if this could have been resolved a long time ago. I don't know, or maybe your force field isn't totally protected. With the Venus card there next to the comparison, it just feels very lighthearted of whatever these changes are. Try to make it a habit, okay? To where you can check in once in a while on your home, your ancestors, your spirit guides, because you've kind of been, it's dusty now. Like your spiritual visits and wherever you used to be so involved with in spirit, you're not very much anymore. But I mean, it's nothing bad though. So this is spirit's advice for you. Okay, these are beautiful cards, y'all. You know what I already told y'all. Earth keeps on coming out. This song started popping up into my head, and it's by Jane Aiko. Jane Aiko, is that her name? And it's like, you should beware, beware, beware. But it's not continuing on with that lyric. The lyric is with the woman with a broken heart, but this is supposed to be advice from spirit. This second pile where it's just basically bragging about you, and really just, you don't have to do anything. It keeps on emphasizing, like, just sit down and watch. Oh God, watch these rewards just reap. Woo! I would say in the next 2 years with your career and your finances, amazing trajectory, amazing abundance, still forever increasing, honestly. Reward after award after reward in the spiritual realm and in the reality, attracting abundance. And I'm specifically getting with the Taurus and the Ten of Pentacles that if you have a specific manifestation technique, you need to continue doing it. It's working 100%. It always works. with the Jean Aiko song I was getting with the instrumental, and her voice is so soothing, and I just feel like everything is so seamless. It's so funny because in the song, there's a lyric she says, she's like, "Oh, I'm so mad. Should have seen it coming right from the start. You should be," which sounds like a very angry lyric, but she's saying it so kindly and soft. And I think with that in mind, it's everything you touch is just nurtured, and the way I'm feeling with this song is the way you make others feel in your career field. People, you have a unique perspective. People want to seek you out. Not that people need you necessarily. It's just God, your energy, they feed off of it. In their eyes, I don't think it's necessarily true though, because I feel like you put in a lot of hard work, definitely from what I'm seeing. Other people's eyes, everything you touch is gold. Whenever they think of you, Pow Five, it's success. No bad attributes really. If there is a bad attribute, it's a result of you being so hardworking, being so responsible. God, you are such a balanced person. People see the beauty in you on the inside, and it shines, and it's just so marvelous. You attract people around you in your career field that want to be like you. So this wasn't really advice to spirit. If anything, I feel like it's just letting you know that you can get so wrapped up in hard working and trying to be better, or trying to just do your best in your career field. But I feel like you need to acknowledge that people look up to you, people see you as successful. Your reputation is going to forever be amazing in this career field. It's just growing and growing and growing. You're a reliable asset. You're amazing, Pal 5. You really are. And it's because of your hard work. And I think spirit really would like to acknowledge that you know how whenever someone says like you deserve the world, or I deserve the world, it's true. You deserve the world, and you are on your way to getting there. You have a great life set for you because of you though. You've set an amazing foundation for yourself. You've set great goals for yourself. You've achieved all the goals that have led you to where you are at, and you will forever be going after your passions, going after your goals, and just wherever you're at, you're doing great. Good job. I'm proud of you. Really emphasizing though, please don't change it up. Please don't. So this is all I had for you. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night, and I hope you took this message well. Bye.